Hey guys, what's up? So I just wanted to take a moment to highlight something positive within the Christian community, which I have not done maybe, well, ever. And I know that I've been pretty tough on the Christian community lately. I've not been the kindest. I've really just let my hurt and my anger and my bitterness shine through. And that's because, yes, you know what? I am bitter. A lot of people have pointed out that I sound bitter, and you are 100% correct, because this is the religion that I grew up in. This is the religion that I was hurt by, and I'm still working through all the trauma that is a product of this religion. However, that being said, I know that not all Christians are bad, and I respect their beliefs all the same. It's just particularly the evangelical Christians that really get my blood boiling because of the hypocrisy, and it just makes me so angry, and it makes me just want to But anyways, I want to point out a positive, so I'm going to do that. Christianity Today put out an article called "Trump Should Be Removed from Office," and Christianity Today is a very widely known Christian editorial, and it was actually started by Billy Graham, who was a very well-known preacher for many, many years. He just recently kind of passed away. His son, Franklin Graham, has continued on with his legacy, only it's, you could say it's a bit tainted, because he's not the kindest, and he's the type of evangelical that makes my blood boil. But that being said, I want to point out a particular paragraph in this article. I'll link down the article below so you can read the whole thing, because it's good. And I do want to say that this isn't about whether you're Republican or you're Democrat. This is about fighting hypocrisy within the Christian community, and how a lot of the things that they just focus on, basically abortion and homosexuality as their basis of who they are going to support, but there's so much more to that. So I'm just going to read this paragraph and go from there. To the many evangelicals who continue to support Mr. Trump in spite of his black and moral record, we might say this: remember who you are and whom you serve. Consider how your justification of Mr. Trump influences your witness to your Lord and Savior. Consider what an unbelieving world will say if you continue to brush off Mr. Trump's immoral words and behavior in the cause of political expediency. If we don't reverse course now, will anyone take anything we say about justice and righteousness with any seriousness for decades to come? Can we say with a straight face that abortion is a great evil that cannot be tolerated, and with the same straight face say that the bent and broken character of our nation's leader doesn't really matter in the end? And that paragraph just gave me hope, and I was just like, that's what I've been trying to say. This is what I wish people would acknowledge and wake up to, is just the hypocrisy, and how you can follow someone with such broken morals, and follow so blindly, and not be able to criticize this president. That's the thing that gets me the most. You can have voted for a president, you can have supported a president, but that doesn't mean that you can't criticize them whatsoever. At least acknowledge a little bit of, being able to criticize a leader. Like, just following blindly is not healthy at all. Trump is not your God. They are basically putting Trump on their God pedestal, and that is what makes me incredibly angry. So to see this was very hopeful. And I know it's not going to make a huge difference, because now we have Franklin Graham, the son of Billy Graham, coming up with a response against Christianity Today, saying that he's very disappointed. And he says, yes, my father Billy Graham founded Christianity Today, but no, he would not agree with their opinion piece. In fact, he would be very disappointed. He goes on to say, for Christianity Today to side with the Democrat Party in a totally partisan attack on the President of the United States is unfathomable. Christianity Today failed to acknowledge that not one single Republican voted with the Democrats to impeach the president. Like I said, the Bible doesn't give direction on what political party you should be. It's based on Jesus' teachings, it's based on God's teachings, and that doesn't really fall into the category of either Republican or Democrat. So for Franklin Graham to continuously make this about politics, continually basically say that if you don't support the president, you are disappointing. You're a disappointing Christian. You're a disappointment to God, and you must be falling for the left liberal agenda. I don't think disagreeing with the president on his moral background is meaning that you are completely liberal left. I don't know why there's this black and white. There's no gray area when I feel like there's a lot of gray area when it comes to Christianity and the Bible. And that's why people can't agree on shit when it comes to the Bible. If it was all so black and white, why are there so many different aspects of Christianity, so many different sects of Christianity? I just wake up, people. Of course, Donald Trump had something to say about Christianity Today's article, and he said, I guess the magazine Christianity Today is looking for Elizabeth Warren, Bernie Sanders, or those of the socialist communist bent to guard their religion. How about Sleepy Joe? The fact is, no president has ever done what I have done for evangelicals or religion itself, which is exactly why I can't get behind this guy, because separation of church and state, not just freedom of religion, but freedom from religion, specifically from the viewpoints of the evangelical Christian community, because that is not something that I want to be a part of, and that's not something that I want in my government. There's people who voted for Trump, but they have their reasons, but they aren't hiding it behind Jesus. That's the thing that gets to me. Like, people voted for him for his policies, and they have their reasons why, and that's fine. People voted against him because of policy, and they have their reason, and that's fine. But when you bring religion into it, and Jesus' teachings and everything, and things just don't line up, it just makes me want to rage. So on that note, I'm going to wrap this up, and thank you for listening. Let me know your thoughts down below. Peace out. I'll see you next time.